What's some of the strategies that you've been using that have led you to this success?
Make the rival not comfortable, like pressing a lot, making a lot of steals, shooting a lot of threes.
Awesome. I always love hearing the strategies of players. I won't let you give away too much because I know people are going to be wanting to.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA Day.
Hey, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Now look at Memphis's starting group. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Winslow in at the 3 spot. And for New Orleans, Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. And it's Ball in at the point. Now here's Williamson. Both teams tonight, Greg, love to push the ball up the floor, even off made shots.
You know, trying to find an opening before the half-court D can set up. I think you're going to see more and more of that every year.
I agree. No good from Valanciunas. Here's New Orleans. Loads it up for Williamson. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
This is why Williamson's teammates love him. He makes them look good on these alley-oops.
And now the Pelicans on the break. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Ingram with the steal. Here's Williamson. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Williamson's got his second bucket of the night.
We talk about Zion's strength, but the body control is also elite, especially for a guy his size.
Now here's Valanciunas. Jackson finds Brooks. Just 5 to shoot. There's Winslow. Favors with the rebound. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game.
It wasn't that long ago that Holiday suffered some injuries that had people concerned about his future.
Greg, some injuries are bad luck. We do know this. Jrue Holiday's physical, he's fearless, and he doesn't know any other way to play. But thankfully, he's battled through, and he is still playing at an all-star level.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And, of course, Jaren Jackson Sr. played in the NBA for over a decade.
And yes, Jaren Jackson Jr., he talks about watching his dad, learning what it takes to be a professional in this league. That prepared Jackson Jr. to make an impact early on.
Now, here's Ball. Favors in the post, guarded by Valanciunas. Favors passes the ball. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Winslow's running. Bucket is good.
Good straight line speed makes Winslow a dangerous finisher on the break.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. They lead by 4. Ingram against Winslow. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And there are a number of things that make Ingram a dominant force. But what really jumps out at you the moment you see him, the length. Few wings in league history have had a 7'3" wingspan.
A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Hayes, he's checked in for Favors. Nicolo O'Malley comes in for Zion Williamson. J.J. Redick's checked in for Jrue Holiday. And it's Frank Jackson in for Ball. And Greg, you combine Ingram's length with his emerging skill set. He has got a long career ahead of him in the NBA.
I mean, he certainly has the tools. What we need to see now is the consistency year in and year out. It's one thing to reach that star status. It's another to become one of the true superstars in our league. You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Anderson passes to Clark. Anderson's shot is off.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
Oh, that's offensive interference. The Pelicans making a switch here. Hart's checked in. The Grizzlies trail by 6. Jones, the pass to Clark. And he banks in the layup.
You got to know this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Now here's Jackson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game. Okafor is checked in for Jackson Hayes. 1:07 left in the first quarter of the game. Jackson has the open look. And the Pelicans miss again. Grizzlies have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. And Anderson kicks to Jones. Back to Anderson. To the inside. Okafor with the steal. Here's Jackson, and Jones sends it back. Anderson passes to Clark. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
The playmaking ability of Kyle Anderson combines great floor vision with his height and feel.
And the wide open shot from Redick. Leaps for it. All 3 off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And it's Jones. That time on the assist by Anderson. Jones has got his second bucket of the night.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Redick for 3. It's rebounded by Gutteridge. And stolen by Redick. It's a tie game in New Orleans. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And you can't cause those mistakes unless you're willing to gamble. So far, they've rolled the dice, and it's paid off.
Zion at the 4, with Okafor at the 5. Their backcourt, Ball and Redick. And it's Hart in at the small forward position. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Now, here's Redick. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Ball kicks to Hart. Down low. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here's Brooks. It's deflected.
When you mix Ball's length with his timing, the result is a quality defensive play.
New Orleans in the lead. Here's Williamson. Kept alive. Outside, Ball. Redick against Brooks. Okafor. And Okafor slams it in.
He's a great shooter, but not just a gunner. JJ finding the open man.
Greg, hard to think of a player in this league with more of a pass-first mentality than Lonzo Ball.
I mean, total unselfishness, elite vision. Sometimes you'd like to see him penetrate a little more in the half court, but he's improving from range, and that'll open up driving lanes, and he can take advantage.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Lonzo Ball has steadily improved his three-point shooting. He had to rework his form, moving his windup over to the right side of his body. He said, now my shot is more consistent. We just take it step by step. I'm going to keep working, and hopefully the percentages will keep going up. Guys?
I think we've all enjoyed watching his improvement. David, thank you for that.
Nice to see an assist by J.J. Redick, showing he can be a good secondary playmaker at the off-guard spot.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
This is a close-knit group. They feed off one another's energy.
And the Pelicans with possession here, following the score by Memphis. Okafor dishes the ball. 4 on the clock. Shot from 12. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
I like it. That's a great battle at the rim. He just couldn't finish.
Anderson passes to Valanciunas. Here's Gutteridge. Out to the right wing. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Redick. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Derek Favors checked in for Okafor. Hayes comes in for Williamson. Ingram, he's checked in for Josh Hart. And it's Drew Holiday in for J.J. Redick.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Jackson, he's checked in for the Pelicans. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Brandon Clark, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. DeAnthony Melton comes in for Dylan Brooks. And Jones subbed in for John Morant. Now here's Ingram. Rebounded by Jackson. 1:51 left to play here in the half. Clark, the pass to Jones. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one is on Holiday. The Grizzlies have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Pelicans shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. And so he hits the technical free throw.
And Ingram just made great all-around progress last season. But the one thing that really stood out, the improvement he made from the free throw line.
It was a big leap and an important one. Reason why? Because he was his team's guy that they depended on at the end of games. And we saw him close out a number of those games at the charity stripe.
Now here's Winslow. Derek Favors unable to get his shot to go.
Eyes up, scanning the floor. Winslow plays with great poise and unselfishness.
Now Jackson. No points in the game yet for him. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Pelicans lead by 2.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
And it's Jones. That time on the assist by Clark. That's now 8 points for Tyus Jones.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Here's Ingram. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It goes on Justice Winslow.
This is why you take strength training seriously. Ingram may not have converted that earlier in his career.
New Orleans making a switch here. Melly's checked in. And that one falls for Ingram. And Clark has got the ball here for Memphis. They trail by 3. On the basket by Jones.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
Now here's Ingram. He has 6. Offensive rebound. Back to Jackson. Pass to Ingram. Fires the 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. Pass to Melton. Back to Winslow. Lays it up off the glass. Winslow's got the lead up to 1 now for Memphis.
Making things happen in close, that's where Winslow is most comfortable scoring the basketball.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. The period wrapped up with the teams on level ground. And that'll...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Tyus Jones has been sensational.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Memphis, Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Winslow in at the 3, the small forward. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And getting traded from Utah to New Orleans last year, Favors became a grounding force for a very young Pelicans team.
Yeah, and Derek Favors knows what it's like to be that rookie coming in, having a lot of physical ability and facing high expectations. He did a great job, in my opinion, providing veteran leadership. And personally, he had one of his more productive years. With the reputation of a highlight reel dunker, Zion's always ready to put on a show.
Wasted no time on that one. And the Grizzlies lead by 3.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Williamson on the follow.
Great position by Zion. It's what allows him to get offensive rebounds.
Jackson kicks to Brooks. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That'll be his second foul of the game. So for the Pelicans, Okafor comes in for Derek Favors. And it's Josh Hart in for Ingram. And the Grizzlies also with the sub. Anderson, he's checked in for Justice Winslow. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Left side Jackson. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Here's Morant. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Hate to see that. I know everyone's mind is on the play, but you've got to protect the ball.
J.J. Redick's checked in for Drew Holiday. And the Grizzlies also with the sub. Gutterich is checked in. Morant with the steal. To the left wing. To the middle. Got a piece of it. They retain possession. Over to the left wing. Gutterich. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Defensively, it's hard to account for everything. They gambled off him, and it worked.
And Valanciunas kicks to Brooks. Lets it go with the 3. The shot, no good. The Pelicans trail. Williamson finds Redick. Inside. And then Okafor slams it in.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. And here's the fast break. Paul leading the way. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Those are the plays you want from Valanciunas on the defensive end. Didn't hesitate to challenge the shot.
So for the Pelicans, Hayes, he's checked in for Okafor. And it's Nicolo Melli in for Zion Williamson. Brandon Clark, he's checked in for Memphis. DeAnthony Melton comes in for Brooks. Redick for 3. Good on the triple. Redick's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Redick is known for being a bomber, a fearless shooter who has the green light to pull up from anywhere.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. The shot by Redick, no good.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The Pelicans have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Ball. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Anderson passes to Morant. No good there. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Ball, no good.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
Hayes with the steal. 1:14 left to play in the third. Stolen by Anderson. Here's Clark, and Clark slams it in.
Terrific steal to start the break. The eye-hand coordination, the long arms. Anderson is tricky.
Redick with the 3. Here's Hayes. Poked loose. Outside. Ball. Offensive rebound. And Hayes kicks to Hart. Redick with the three. Drills it from outside. Redick's got a pair of threes now here in the third for New Orleans.
You've got to make J.J. Redick a ball handler. He's too lethal as a spot-up threat.
They push it up 4 on 3. Here's Hayes. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Pelicans shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. So for the Pelicans, Derek Favors checked in for Melly. Brandon Ingram comes in for Josh Hart. And it's Drew Holiday in for Lonzo Ball. Then for the Grizzlies, Jaren Jackson. He's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Justice Winslow comes in for Kyle Anderson. And Tyus Jones subbed in for DeAnthony Melton.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
This is his second trip to the free throw line. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. New Orleans leading by 3. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Redick. Hayes with it. Back to Redick for the 3. Here's Favors. Basket good. Favors has got 6.
You love the effort of Favors on the glass. He's a scrappy player who comes away with second chance opportunities for his club.
Outside, Redick from deep three-point range. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 4 assists in the game. He got it up. And no good in the last second attempt this time. And so it's New Orleans in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. We'll return shortly. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. New Orleans in the lead. Redick and Ingram fill out the perimeter. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. And it's Holiday in at the 1 spot. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Brooks finds Jones. A pass to Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
You see some of the craftiness of Winslow. Just knows how to generate offense.
Morant, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Holiday with the 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. And now the Grizzlies fast break. It's Brooks on the wing. He's covered by Ingram. Clark, the pass to Morant. Some nice passing there by Memphis. The feed to Winslow. Great D that time from Redick. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Pelicans. 6-point game. And it's Ingram missing.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
Brooks misses. Pelicans leading by 6. Here's Williamson. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Terrific concentration and body control. Zion showing why he was chosen #1 overall.
Ball's checked in for the Pelicans. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Free throw, no good for Williamson. Pass to Winslow. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. And it's 8 points for Justice Winslow.
With Winslow, physical play doesn't necessarily take him out of his rhythm.
Stolen by Winslow. And here we go, the Grizzlies on a fast break. Winslow's running. Here's Valanciunas. Excellent D there from Ball. For New Orleans, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Brooks grabs the board. The Grizzlies trail by 6. And Valanciunas penetrating. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
I like the aggression of Valanciunas there to put it on the floor and create his own shot.
Brooks finds Morant. Finished off the break.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
It's the fourth quarter, and it's a close game. You want to get the ball to someone you can rely on.
Here's Williamson, and the rejection by Jackson. And here's the fast break. Winslow's leading the way.
Locked and loaded. Winslow with the steady hand as this game heats up.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. They're struggling to keep up.
And we'll see if they can turn things around, Kevin, on this trip. They can't continue to come up empty.
And that one's good by Favors.
With the game tightening up, Favors with the confidence to attack. Big bucket.
Jackson dishes to Winslow. Back to Jackson. And the layup's good off the glass. Jackson's got it all tied up now for the Grizzlies.
That's just good basketball. Can't ask for a better look.
They grab their own miss. Williamson, the pass to Favors. And here's Ingram. Covered by Winslow. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Ingram missing.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate. Calling for the ball in crucial moments. Morant steps up when it matters most.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans.
That was just a cold-blooded play there from Valanciunas. Not fazed at all by the situation.
1:03 left to play in the final quarter. Outside Jackson. Back to Redick. Pass to Hart. Here's Okafor. He kicks it to Jackson. Okafor dishes to Jackson. Clock at 4. Redick for 3. Good! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team. This is why he has the ball. Ja Morant, he loves to deliver in these moments.
Passes it to Melly. Lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by Jackson.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Out to Morant. Brooks, the pass to Morant. From deep. But they get it back. Valanciunas finds Morant. And here's Brooks from outside. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
This is where you want to run a play. Don't just walk it up and heave it.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us.
wanting to qualify and play against you in the tournament, but that's awesome to hear. Is there a specific card that is your absolute favorite while competing?
Curry, definitely Curry. Right now he's the best card in the game. There's a lot of new cards like Oscar Robertson that is so good, or Steve Maravich, but definitely Stephen Curry is the best card in the game.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And here were the Memphis Grizzlies, focused on the task at
Kevin, good evening.
knows it very well, D.A. Thank you so much. And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Winslow in at the 3 spot. And for Minnesota, they've got Beasley. He's out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Okogie in at the 3 slot.
And you talk post up, face up, you name it. Karl Anthony Towns gets it done.
Yeah, you know what, Greg? He's really molded that versatility into his game. I mean, he can pass it, drive it, shoot. And remember, he won the skills challenge back in 2016. I mean, he's a 7-footer for sure, but he's got guard skills too. You know, maybe he's not the fastest guy on the court, but quickness is more important than pure speed in basketball. Russell's handle and scoring instincts, though, are borderline elite.
Now here's Winslow. Pass to Valanciunas. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow. Valanciunas has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
Russell, no luck.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And the basket by Jackson.
That's 3 straight shots to fall here to start. Looking good.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Puts it up from 17. Again, Russell missing.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
Morant finds Winslow. Back to Morant. Memphis moving it around. Trying to find Jackson. He's got it now. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
You see the court awareness Morant has. Outstanding at keeping his teammates involved with good looks.
Now, here is Russell. There's the triple. Hits the three-point bomb. Russell's got his second bucket tonight.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Morant with the steal. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Jackson's got the ball.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Russell passes to Hernan Gomez. Right side Russell. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Fast break Memphis. And finished off by Morant.
Man, I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
Russell looking it over. Beasley, the pass to Russell. Off the left rim and out. Memphis leading by 7. Winslow dishes to Morant. Brooks outside. Three-pointer. And the Grizzlies get it back. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. Back to Clark. Pass to Gutteridge. 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Johnson. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's Noel. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Clark. And Memphis making a change here. Elton's checked in. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
Now Clark, following the three-point attempt by James Johnson. Melton, no good. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Minnesota. They trail by 6. That one a little long.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
So it's the Timberwolves now. The Grizzlies making the shot.
Boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity gone awry.
Gutteridge, the pass to Melton. And the basket is good.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Jones, no one around him. Misses the 3. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Grizzly. And recently, D'Angelo Russell, Greg, told us about some offseason.
Man, I picked a lot of people's brains, you know.
Greg doing what he can do to reach that immense potential.
You know, the talent is there. There's never been a question about that, but you also have to be reliable and accountable, both to yourself and to your team. Sounds like that's becoming his focus.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And taking a look at the Grizzlies' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
They've got Layman. He's out there with James Johnson, and it's Reed in at the 5. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Now here's Jones. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Back to Layman from outside the arc. It's rebounded by Memphis. Clark outside. The tray. And again, Memphis no good. Timberwolves trail by 9. And we know GA's shooting is a question mark for Jarrett Culver.
A long windup, a little hitch in his giddy up, and shoots it kind of on the way down. He's reworked his motion. I like the high release, but it's still a work in progress.
It's good on the putback.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up.
And if you're the defensive team, it just kills you to give up baskets like that.
It's stolen by Jones, and it's Memphis on the break. A nice shot by Gutteridge. Gutteridge has got the lead up to 13 now for the Grizzlies.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
So it's the Grizzlies now, following the three-point attempt by Jarrett Culver. Gutteridge, the pass to Melton. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Towns, he's checked in for Johnson. Valanciunas, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Morant comes in for Tyus Jones. Minnesota's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Here's Noel. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Morant left side. A second chance effort. Memphis moving that ball around. And Anderson has it in the corner. Just 4 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And Valanciunas kicks to Anderson. Off target from outside. Timberwolves trail by 13. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Now, John Morant says in an era of 5-star recruits, he was a no-star recruit coming out of high school. And that put that big chip on his shoulder. Now he has beneath no one tattooed on his arm. He says, my dad always told me that I was trained to go. Basically, that I'm built for the moment. And guys, his time is now.
Sure is, D.A. Thank you. Valanciunas passes to Morant. Melton feeling it out a bit. And another miss by Memphis.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And Towns gets it to go.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Melton passes to Valanciunas. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And that's now 6 points for Valanciunas. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. And the shot is good. The Grizzly lead has been cut down to 9. They're back within single digits after that one from Culver. Clark finds Valanciunas. 51 seconds left in the first half. Knocked loose. Culver with the steal. One-on-one here. Anderson with the block. And they get it back. Culver in the corner. And it's off from 3-point range.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Back to Clark from downtown. The Grizzlies keeping it alive with a new 14. From deep. Hits it from 3-point range. Clark's got 5 points so far.
Man, if Clark ever hits that shot with consistency, watch out. That's a game changer.
Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. With 1 on the clock, no good on the last second attempt there. And that concludes. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. It was a fast pace for Memphis at the outset. They had the upper hand early. Defense. And that's...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Nice game. Great performance by Jaren Jackson.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
So on the floor for Memphis. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Winslow in at the 3.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Here's Okogie. The Grizzlies making the shot. Here's Towns. That shot is off. Nice steal from Valanciunas.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
Full throttle, pedal to the metal, attacking basketball. I like that.
Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid. Now he's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son's a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad that's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Now here's Winslow. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Jackson. Second shot opportunity. Up again. Missed it. Even after all those chances. The Timberwolves have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Passes it to Okogie. Here's Hernan Gomez. The pass to Okogie from deep. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class-eating.
And Josh Okogie, a rugged wing defender out of Georgia Tech.
Yeah, and he takes an awful lot of pride in that aspect of his game, Greg. He wants to lock people up. Always active with his hands around the ball.
Now here's Brooks. Morant outside. Banked in off the glass. Morant's got 6.
And for a great shooter, Morant really works for high percentage shots. Loves to take it inside.
Back to Russell. To the left side wing. Here's Okogie. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And the Grizzlies with possession. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run. There's Jackson with the 3. That shot off the mark. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Pass to Okogie. 1:57 left in the third quarter. This one for 3. The offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Beasley. Here's Okogie. Guarded by Valanciunas. Just 5 to shoot. Kept alive. Towns. Timberwolves passing it around. Here's Russell. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Boy, I like the way Russell used his body there, finishing through contact, and he'll go to the line for a 3-point play opportunity.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Reed's checked in, and James Johnson is subbed in for Josh Okogie. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Jones. Jackson's got 6 in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's Gutteridge. Hernan Gomez covering. There's a minute left here in the third quarter. Johnson, the pass to Reed. Brooks against Hernan Gomez. To the paint. Here's Reed. Kicks it out to Beasley. Reed. Great positioning on the putback.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
Jackson passes to Anderson. Outside, Jones. Back to Jackson. Anderson outside. Here's Jones. Johnson with the block. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. Brandon Clark, he's checked in for Brooks. 23 seconds left in the third quarter. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Beasley, the pass to Reed. Hernan Gomez in the corner. Outside, Russell. And the rejection by Jackson. Reed gets the bucket. Gutteridge, the pass to Jones. Gets it off. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the court for Minnesota, Russell is out there with Malik Beasley. Then it's Johnson, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 3, the small forward. And here we go, the Grizzlies on a fast break. Here's Gutterich. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss.
You know, that's not a great matchup, guys. He forced it against outstanding defense.
Russell, no good.
Misfires again, and the ball just refuses to cooperate with him. It's a tough day so far.
The 3 from Morant. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Russell uses the glass to finish the layup.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now, here's Clark. Here's Jackson. Gets a hand on it, and Clark is right there. And the Grizzlies lead by 18.
In all of his athleticism on display there, Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard.
Morant against Russell. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Oh, costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for Memphis. Jackson from long range. And again, Memphis no good. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's an 18-point game. It's rebounded by Memphis. Clark's got his 6th rebound on the night. And Brooks gets it on the assist by Morant. Morant's got 3 assists in the game.
And this is something Morant does well. His knack for knowing when to make that feed is impressive.
And here's Morant. Brooks, the pass to Clark. Over Johnson. No good from Clark. Timberwolves trail by 18. Culver in the corner. Beyond the arc. They get it again. Spellman. Here's Johnson. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans.
No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
Memphis leading by 16. The 3 from Morant. Drills the 3-pointer. Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him number 1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Now here's Evans. Johnson with it. Guarded now by Jackson. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Memphis.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Valanciunas.
And the way he rebounded, he surely was a spark for the team as he was securing everything that came off the iron.
Now here's Evans. Layman kicks to Evans. From 15 feet away, nice spin off the left rim and in.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter.
Moran finds Jackson. Takes a 3. And it's Morant missing. And here are the Timberwolves, trailing by 17. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here's Culver. And Winslow pulls it down.
All he needed right there was simply to set himself up and then relax and shoot the ball. He threw himself off balance for no reason.
And Clark is right there. And the Grizzlies lead by 19.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run.
So no problem for Memphis as
now.
We've seen NBA 2K League pros compete against all kinds of players in this tournament. So is there any specific players you're looking forward to playing against?
Yeah, definitely. Jomar is one of my idols because he talks the same language as me and he won last.
This is an aerial view of our location today, Sacramento, the capital of California. And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Hey, Kevin.
I bet they are. Thank you, D.A. Now look at Memphis's starting group. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Winslow in at the 3 slot. And for the Kings, Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Harrison Barnes is out there with Bialitz, and it's Bagley in at the 5 spot. Jackson passes to Brooks. Shakes him and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And there's a whistle. That goes on Dillon Brooks. That is his first foul of the game. And so it's Bagley with it. He brings it up for the Sacramento Kings.
Yeah, he's a nice pay raise this summer for Bogdan Bogdanovich. I mean, wings of his skill level, highly valued in today's game.
Fox, no good. Here are the Grizzlies with the ball. Here's Morant, and finished off by Morant.
So good at making plays in the open floor, whether Morant's running the break or finishing.
And Fox gets it to go.
And Bogdanovich coming off the largest rookie deal in terms of average annual value in NBA history, that 3-year, $27 million deal.
Well, after 5 years playing in the EuroLeague, he was able to negotiate that rookie deal with the Kings. And not headed back to Europe anytime soon. No question, he's an NBA player.
Bagley dishes to Fox. Bagley the pass to Bialitz. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
With such a large frame, sometimes all you can do is foul Bagley when he's down low.
And still a ton of upside for Marvin Bagley. Talk about what you see.
Well, Jay, I see an agile, quick player off of the floor. I mean, we know he can play in the paint. I'm just interested in seeing how well he starts to stretch the game and become a 3-level scorer. Well, Bagley's got some deep basketball roots. His grandfather won gold in 1964. And he was the #2 overall pick in the draft that year. Now, this is a big fella who has no problems at the foul line. I mean, a very smooth touch on the stroke.
Brooks finds Morant. Puts up a 3. Drops in the tray. Morant's got 5.
I tell you what, when Morant hits this shot with consistency, it sets up everything else you want to run.
Here's Fox. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Jackson dishes to Brooks. Valanciunas passes to Morant. Five to shoot. Back to Valanciunas.
Gotta appreciate the hustle from Bagley. I mean, it's a big boost when he works hard on D.
Fox is double. And Bialitz kicks to Barnes. Offline with his 3. For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Valanciunas passes to Jackson. Back to Valanciunas. No good. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. To the inside. Here's Bagley. A putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Offensive rebounding is all about positioning and hustle. I mean, there, Bialitz has shown exactly how you get these additional opportunities.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Outside, Bogdanovich. Fox looking it over. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Jaren Jackson.
But that's what you want to do. Fox forces the defender to commit, gets him in a tough spot, and gets a trip to the line.
And the Kings will go for a different look here. Giles checked in for Bagley. Parker comes in for Bielitsa. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Buddy Hield in for Bogdan Bogdanovic. Parker finds Fox. Here's Giles. And now the fast break Anderson with the ball. And that one's good by Clark. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
It's a solid blueprint. Fox kicks to Giles. Hield the pass to Fox for the three. And that one is off.
This quarter has been hit or miss for him. Mostly miss.
Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Sacramento. Corey Joseph comes in for De'Aaron Fox. Jones the pass to Clark. Melton feeling it out a bit. Back to Clark. The pass to Gutterich. To the middle. Takes it from 10, and another basket for Memphis.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Holmes. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the first. Jones. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard.
Three-pointer Hield. What a performance for Brandon Clark. He has been the story for the Memphis Grizzlies. He notched. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at the Grizzlies' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Well, setting the pace early, aggressive mind state. I love their approach so far.
Joseph and Hield make up the backcourt. Jabari Parker is out there with Holmes, and it's Bazemore at the three, the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Kings. Here's Holmes. It's Clark with the rebound. Clark's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And one of the biggest surprises last year for Memphis, Brandon Clark, brought not only the energy, the rebounds, the block shots, he brought the three-point shooting.
Clock at 6. Melton passes to Anderson. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Anderson's got the first basket of the second quarter for Memphis. And so it's Joseph with it. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. 7-point differential. A player known for his athleticism, Clark's skill set may have been underappreciated by people and personnel.
And not only the long-range shooting, Clark showed up with a terrific floater, hit his free throws. He even started creating for others by the end of last year. Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
Here's Bazemore, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Bazemore's got his first 2 points.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Kicks it out to Jones. Back to Clark. Pass to Melton. Holmes with the steal. Bazemore on the wing. That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Holmes.
The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set him up.
And Anderson kicks to Jones. Mark against Teal. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively.
A platoon swap here for Sacramento. For Sacramento, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And it's Fox with the jam.
What creativity from the speedy guard. Fox enjoys showing off his sublime ball handling. Time.
Valanciunas, good.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Up top, Fox. Guarded by Morant. Fox passes to Barnes. Bogdanovich wide open. Off target with his 3.
Oh, man, as good of a shooter as he is, it drives him crazy to miss a wide open 3 like that.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And what an incredible shot in the arm for this franchise. The opportunity to draft a potential superstar in Ja Morant, and they had only a 6% chance of landing that number 2 overall pick.
Grizzlies making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. Good on that shot, and with that, the Memphis lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Fox. Inside, there's Winslow, and the dunk by Winslow.
Now, what a pass from Morant. I mean, he does a terrific job staying alert and seeking those opportunities.
They've had a lot of good players come through Memphis over the years, GA, but probably no one with Morant's upside.
He has future league MVP potential. Once the three-point shot is consistent, once he cuts back on the turnovers, I just don't know how you stop him. Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Look, they say there are no easy finishes in the NBA, but that should have been easy.
Lobbed up there for Fox.
Was that a guard or a big? What a dime from Bagley. He continues to develop his vision.
Memphis leading by 8. Down low. Out to Brooks. Passes it to Jackson. Bogdanovich against Winslow. And Brooks. Here we go. Jackson. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Bogdanovich looking around. And it's Bagley in the corner. Bogdanovich passes to Fox. Brooks with it. Guarded now by Barnes. There's Winslow. Valanciunas, and it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That's his first foul. Giles checked in for Sacramento. Here is Brooks. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
The Kings trail by 10. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Here's Fox. Good for his 6th make and a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
His field goal percentage is creeping up there now. I mean, it wasn't pretty in the first quarter. Oh, no. Sloppy finish. The D was giving him the layup. He just didn't stay with it.
Good on the 3-point shot. Bogdanovich has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Oh, the touch, the timing. Bogdanovich loves catching the defense by surprise with the shot off the pass.
Bagley with a wide open look, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome. It was Brandon Clark setting the pace in the first quarter. He had 10 points and 5 rebounds. Kenny, what was your take on Memphis?
You have to...
And...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. It's been one outstanding game from De'Aaron Fox.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Winslow in at the small forward. And getting to the free throw line more and more. GA awfully tough to stay in front of De'Aaron Fox.
I mean, he's just got to knock them down, though. I mean, a free throw percentage, I think he can and will improve upon. And De'Aaron Fox, a natural right-hander, but he plays lefty.
Well, he's similar to Mike Conley. Guys like that, more amphibious. I'm just joking, more ambidextrous, that they can use either hand at a high level. Well, I love the rugged ferocity Fox plays with. I mean, he's fantastic at finding ways to convert through intense defense.
And the rejection by Valanciunas. And Bogdanovich kicks to Barnes. Up again. It's good on the putback.
An exceptional leaper with a great motor. Good luck keeping Bagley off the boards.
Valanciunas passes to Winslow. Valanciunas against Bagley. Memphis moving that ball around. Morant outside. 6 to shoot. Back to Jackson. Over Bielitsa. And oh boy. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Jones, the pass to Clark. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
You got to know this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Hield can't hit.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Butteridge, the pass to Clark. Winslow with it. Stolen by Joseph. 3 on 3. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Sacramento shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
And Joseph drops them both. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. Guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific play.
3 terrific kids, you're right. Jackson kicks to Jones. Clark with it, picked up by Joseph. Jones drives in. Clark dishes to Jackson. Back to Clark. Shot clock at 5. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Here's Hield. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Clark. Outside for Jackson. Back to Jones. Dishes to Jackson. Clark left side. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Bielitsa.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Harry Giles is checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Jabari Parker comes in for Bielitsa. And it's Fox in for Joseph. Jackson gets the bucket.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Fox. Makes it off the glass. Fox has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Wow, excellent concentration. I mean, when Fox is determined to score, it's tough for the defense to shake.
Marvin Bagley's checked in for Harrison Barnes. Valanciunas is checked in for the Grizzlies. Brooks comes in for Clark. Outside, Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
But we've seen more of this recently from Fox. A confident, efficient offensive player who looks to score often.
Here's Anderson. Bagley with the block. And he's able to get it back.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Fox passes to Bagley. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Love this dominant play by Bagley, taking complete ownership of the airspace around.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Count that one. And the Grizzlies lead by 4.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Fox kicks to Hield. Pass to Giles. Hield outside. Up top, Bagley. Nice lead from Valanciunas.
Playing him tough inside and prevent the layup. That'll get the whole team pumped up.
And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Grizzlies lead by 4. Live from Golden One Center. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. A moment now to reset the lineups. Back to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. On the court for Sacramento, Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Giles is out there with Hield, and it's Bagley in at the center position. That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut down to 4 points. The basket there from Fox.
Oh, and look at the strength of Fox. Amazing how he maintains control despite getting roughed up a little.
Anderson passes to Jackson. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Stolen by Anderson. And now the fast break Anderson with the ball. Brooks dishes to Anderson. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Moran finds Brooks. 5 on the clock, and that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. And the Kings making a change here. Bielitsa's checked in. Justice Winslow, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Memphis leading by 6. Now here's Morant for 3. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Excellent at shooting while in rhythm. Morant has a great feel for when to take these types of shots.
Fox passes to Bagley, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Valanciunas. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for the Kings. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. And Morant's got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. He feeds it to Valanciunas. Can't cash in from close range.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. The good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
Fox, no good. And it's Bielitsa with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Grizzlies have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Winslow dishes to Jackson. Back to Winslow. There's the pass to Valanciunas, and stolen by Bielitsa.
Turnovers weren't a story for them early on, but that's changed. And now they're definitely having trouble keeping possession and momentum.
Such a tricky cover inside. When Fox attacks like this, the defense responds with that same type of aggression.
At the line for two.
And so he makes both from the line. Memphis leading by 7. Morant kicks to Jackson. In the corner, Winslow with it. Back to Jackson. Three-pointer. And no good that time. And the Kings going the other way now. Here's Fox. And he uses the glass on the layup. Fox has got 13 points in the second half.
He's far from a shooter. I mean, Fox also has the ability to burn you from this area, too.
And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Jackson finds Winslow. Back to Jackson.
Oh, he's such a strong, versatile defender. I mean, Barnes has a solid understanding for knowing how to guard whoever he's on.
And it's Fox with the jam.
Embracing the spotlight, but it's a big possession. It's fun seeing Fox come alive and deliver.
And Bogdanovich picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. To the inside, and stolen by Bogdanovich.
Love when guys are alert and aware and do a great job to prevent the entry.
Barnes kicks to Bogdanovich. Here's Fox. And the rejection by Jackson. And another turnover here by Memphis.
That could be costly. When the game is hanging in the balance, the last thing you can afford is to turn it over.
The Kings trail by 3. Out left to the wing. Here's Fox. Valanciunas grabs the board. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Brooks. Rebound by the Kings. Bagley's got 7 rebounds in the game. Over in the corner, Barnes. Bielitsa. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
An experienced player. Bielitsa doesn't shy away from the big moment. He welcomes the chance to hit crucial shots.
And stolen by Bogdanovich. Here's Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
Well, we've seen this before from Fox. His ability to score in tight spots. I mean, it's simply incredible.
Grizzlies have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. 1:09 left in the fourth quarter. The kick out to Barnes. Back to Bogdanovich. Barnes passes to Bagley. 5 to shoot. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
And he knows it, too. He tried to get away with it. Sometimes you do. That time he did.
Fields checked in for Bogdanovich. Here's Fox. The Grizzlies pull it in. The game has come down to this.
Huge possession.
And the dunk by Valanciunas.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
Fox. Valanciunas grabs the board. And here's the fast break. Winslow's leading the way.
Had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
And it's going to come down to a 3-point attempt. I mean, what a huge moment to come through at the line.
Here's Fox. Kicks it to Hield over Brooks. Hield can't hit. Brooks outside. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
Let's see what they run here. This is not the time to panic. Work the offense.
So a close game sees Memphis take this one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win
tournament. It's awesome. Hold it down for Europe, and good luck in the tournament.
Thank you, Chris.
CLA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final.
Hey, Kevin.
Terrific. David, thanks. And the starting lineup for the Pelicans. Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. And it's Ball in at the 1 spot. And for the Grizzlies, Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Winslow in at the 3. Yeah, tonight, Greg, 2 teams with a lot of talent, but also a lot of inexperience on each side.
And Kevin, you know what that means? It means we're going to see some spectacular plays, but a few that'll have you scratching your head as well. Always interesting to watch these young players develop.
And some pinball action out there as defenders just bouncing off of Williamson on that play.
And then Favors with the dunk.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
The feed now to Valanciunas. That one goes in.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
Now here's Favors. Ingram outside. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Memphis.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively. And Bones, one of the things you're seeing from Ingram is his improved strength, something he's worked on now for a while.
B.I. has talked about eating 6 meals a day back in college and still coming into the league at 190 pounds. But eventually, that metabolism's going to slow down. And if you keep putting in that kind of work, the incremental improvements are going to speed up. We've been seeing that from Brandon Ingram.
And starting really from when he was born, Williamson has been slated for greatness.
Well, when your parents name you after Mount Zion, which is the highest point in ancient Jerusalem, there might be some blessings coming your way.
Ingram wide open, buries the long-range jumper. Ingram's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Pelicans. Jackson finds Morant. Memphis moving it around. And again, Memphis no good.
So far, the team just 1 of 5 in that rim shrinking.
And a slam dunk by Favors.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. You know who that was.
Here's Jackson. Morant outside to stop the run.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key. And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
To the paint. And almost gets it to go, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Yeah, with that little pump fake, Morant has a sneaky way of initiating contact.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. Good on both. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pass to Melly. Here's Hart. Pass to Hayes. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here. Jones checked in for John Morant. Inside, 6 on the shot clock. Hart kicks to Hayes. Passes to Reddick. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. 1:58 left here in the first quarter. Now the pass to Gutterich. To the middle. Here's Clark. Lays it up and banks it in. Clark's got it back down to single digits for the Grizzlies.
You got to know this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Here's Hart. He's in the post. That one doesn't drop. And Memphis the other way now. Clark into the lane. Misses from close range. Pelicans leading by 8. He's in the post. He's covered by Anderson. Back to Jackson. Just 5 to shoot. And the Pelicans miss again.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
Kicks it out to Jones. Feeds it to Clark. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Easy to appreciate the physicality that Clark plays with. This is what earns him those calls.
Okafor is checked in for Hayes. The Pelicans have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Redick passes to Okafor. Another shot. 2 free throws coming up, and they call. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Redick inside the line. And again, New Orleans has no luck. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans heading to the bench with a 7-point lead. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Guys, what stands out to you from the Pelicans in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Clark. Then there's Kyle Anderson. Then it's Jones. And it's Brooks in at the 2 guard. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Now here's Valanciunas. It's deflected. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Jaren Jackson, he's checked in for Clark. Justice Winslow comes in for Kyle Anderson. And it's John Morant in for Tyus Jones. And the Pelicans also making a change. Drew Holiday, he's checked in for Hart. Ball no good. The Grizzlies trail by 7. Here's Brooks. Good, and a nice assist from Morant.
And have to commend the unselfish attitude. Like how Morant just recognized the open man, and the ball is right there.
And it's Williamson missing. And so Morant will bring it up for the Grizzlies. And stolen by Williamson. Down low. And it's Okafor missing.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
It's tipped. Pelicans leading by 5. And here we go. Fast break. Williamson's got it.
Well, the defense coming at Zion shot hard right there, but he's smart, and he plays into it, getting the personal.
New Orleans shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Greg, last year, Williamson entered the NBA as one of the most well-known rookies since LeBron James.
Already had millions of followers on social media. Global name recognition. He has an above-the-rim game that produces the kinds of highlights that people want to see.
Brooks finds Jackson inside. Valanciunas passes to Jackson. That one drops for him. Jackson's got his first basket.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Here's Ball. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Not sure how he saw that there, Holiday, with a firm understanding how to get the ball to an open teammate.
Brooks against Ball. Williamson. Ja Morant grabs the rebound. The Grizzlies trail by 6. That one goes. Count it.
Smart play by Winslow. Move the ball. Find the open man. Good team play.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
And Derek Favors with the slam.
And Brandon Ingram at that size able to survey the entire floor and make a play.
Jackson kicks to Winslow. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table. But in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. Now here's Jackson. After J.J. Redick's miss, hands it from downtown. Redick's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, J.J.'s release is just so quick, even from 3.
And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Redick's got the ball. Hayes, no good. The Grizzlies trail by 6. Here's Morant. The layup off target. Fast break, here we go. Here's Hart. No good on the 3. Grizzlies have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. To the paint. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Jackson passes to Hayes. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And last year on draft night, it was Hayes who rocked that sideshow bob necklace with 1,000 stones and his nickname, Sideshow Jax.
Well, I love the nickname, but I love the potential of what it is that Jackson Hayes can bring to a ball club that needs his center to be able to run up and down and play at pace and play above the rim.
Now here's Jones. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Clark. Got a hand on it. But he stays with it. 6 to shoot. Milton passes to Gutterich. Goes back up. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Now Redick. He makes that one drop, only a second and 5 tries.
Proving he's more than just an outside shooter. Redick also has a sweet touch from that area.
Lobbed up there for Clark. The kick out to Anderson. Off target from 3-point range. Up in time. No good. Shot missing. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome. After the first 2 quarters of play, it's New Orleans in control. They've got the 7-point lead. And that should...
we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Brandon Ingram with a strong contribution so far in this one.
There is no stopping him, and you can't even contain him at this point. He is that talented.
Yeah, I don't know if you have enough game plans to slow him down. How do you guard a guy that good?
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So the Pelican 5 right now. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. And it's Redick in at the 1. Here's Williamson. Jaren Jackson making his last shot. It's good from long range.
You got to admire right now Zion being very assertive and feeling like his team needs this kind of offensive confidence.
Pelicans leading by 8. Lobs it up for Favors. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. And so here's Memphis. And finished off by Morant.
A strong finisher. Morant doesn't mess around when he's got ideal positioning like that.
And here's Ingram from the arc. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's Memphis the other way. Brooks kicks to Jackson. To the inside. Out to Brooks. Down low. Morant dishes to Jackson. Valanciunas inside. Working on Williamson. And here's Brooks from outside. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. The kick out to Holiday. Stolen by Jackson. Brooks against Redick. That's it, and the Pelican lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Brooks.
Beautiful timing, execution, great move to the rack.
Pass to Ingram. Holiday looking for an opening. Back to Ingram. To the middle. Unloads from 9. Favors trying to break free. Offensive rebound. Stolen by Brooks. Inside. Here's Morant. Gets the bucket and the foul. That's on J.J. Redick.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Some changes for Memphis. Clark comes in for Jaren Jackson. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Dylan Brooks. Nelly is checked in for New Orleans. Ball comes in for J.J. Redick.
And the work ethic that Morant has sets him up nicely. Make no mistake, this guy wants to be an all-time great.
Now Favors, following Drew Holiday's 3-point attempt, takes the 3, and he's good on the 3 ball. Nelly's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And as much as Holiday brings to your offense, it's his defense that's repeatedly recognized.
Well, when you make all NBA defensive teams and you're smart and strong and quick like Drew Holiday is, I think not only does the reputation start to build, but your confidence in disrupting somebody else by playing that way is something you rely on.
Slamming it home. Part of why Favors shoots it so well from the field, sometimes he just spikes it instead of shooting.
And here we go. Fast break, and Morant's got it. And finished off by Morant.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Holiday finds Ingram. His 3-pointers off the mark.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it. Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Holiday. Brandon Clark picking up that last basket. A nice shot by Melly.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the 3-point line.
And the shot is good. The Pelican lead has been cut down to 1 on the bucket from Valanciunas. 1:02 left in the third quarter of the game. Now here's Ball. It's Ingram on the wing. They get it back, and there's Favors putting it right back in. And the Pelicans lead by 3.
Such determination on the glass. Not boxing out Favors is a huge mistake that you cannot afford to make.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Grizzlies have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
And the technical free throw is good.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Hart, he's checked in for Favors. Zion Williamson comes in for Brandon Ingram. J.J. Redick's checked in for Drew Holiday. And it's E'Twaun Moore checking in for Ball. Trains the three-pointer. Redick's got his 3rd basket of the night.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And it's E'Twaun Moore with the foul. That's his first foul. Grizzlies making a switch here. Brooks checked in. And a change for the Pelicans. Okafor's checked in. The kick out to Anderson. To the paint. Brooks outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Okafor with the steal. It could go. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Anderson and Jackson inside. Then there's Dylan Brooks. And it's Gutteridge in at the 2. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. And Okafor slams it in.
Well, this is when you start to talk about Redick not just always looking for offense, clearly looking for teammates there.
Back to Brooks. The kick out to Anderson. To the inside. And it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here. Ja Morant, he's checked in for Memphis. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Derek Favors checked in for Okafor. Zion Williamson comes in for Jackson Hayes. Ingram, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Drew Holiday in for Hart. Now here's Williamson. Following the shot by Drew Holiday. Ingram outside. Just 5 on the clock.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
And the shot goes in. Morant's got 13 points in the second half.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Lets it go from deep. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Favors got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. The shot missing. Nice D from Brooks. Jackson passes to Brooks. Jackson kicks to Brooks. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Pelicans leading by 3. Up top, Favors. Williamson left side. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, you're worried about Zion getting up and dunking on you, but you got to stay down on the pump fake. Skilled at using it, and Zion will find his way to the line.
So both teams making some changes here. And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Grizzlies have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the 4th. A lot of misses, just the one make. And that one's good. Morant.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
Back to Ingram. To the wing on the left. No one near Williamson as he lets it go. Favors.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Williamson with the block.
Yeah, Zion just aggressive there and great timing.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Pelicans leading by 5. Moore outside. And then Favors with the dunk.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man. And he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That is his first foul of the game. Holiday against Morant. Brooks outside. Inside. And stolen by Favors. Holiday, the pass to Williamson. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 6 assists here tonight.
Well, a big part of running in the fast break is to do it with purpose. And Zion had a purpose to score. He got the ball and finished.
Holiday gets the bucket. And it's an 11-point Pelican lead. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Now, here's Morant for 3. Out to Brooks. Will it go? Knocks down the 3 ball.
Nice delivery there. You can't hesitate when a man comes free on the perimeter. He got it, went right into the shot.
It's Ingram on the wing. Covered by Winslow. And that one's good. Ingram.
That jumper right there, pretty pure from B.I. Sized up to D and just took it.
Jackson. Some solid defense from Ingram. Pelicans leading by 10.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Pelicans.
Their shot blocking turned out to give them a big advantage in this game.
Yeah, excellent defense around the rim there, Kevin. They were disciplined and focused.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Derek Favors.
I liked his aggressiveness here tonight, especially on the glass. He was not messing around.
Now Ingram. After Justice Winslow missing on that last 3-pointer. Ingram passes to Favors.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
Yeah, when Morant gets it dialed up, he can be unstoppable. Just too many ways to score.
On the wing, Holiday. Ingram outside. Shoots the 3. Pelicans keep it alive. Favors. Great positioning on the putback.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. The mighty Mississippi River carving its path. And nothing tips off of.
Hey, Kevin,
He sure does. Fantastic, David. Thank you. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Beasley is out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the power forward position. And for Memphis, Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Winslow in at the 3.
And this is what you want on both ends, to win the battle of effort.
And that's exactly what you can control, right? Your desire, your hustle, your will to succeed.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
And it's Russell missing.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Jackson misses. Beasley with it. He's picked up by Brooks. Out to Russell. There's the triple. Drains it from beyond the arc.
In catch-and-shoot situations, you've got to be balanced and in control. Mr. Russell, well done.
Here's Jackson. Brooks finds Morant. Back to Brooks. Trying to find Valanciunas. Gets it to him. 4 on the shot clock. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, Jonas Valanciunas has the instincts, the size, and the smarts to go ahead and take advantage of those missed shots and create them into points.
Here's a Kogi. And that one goes long. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. And Brooks, here we go. And he uses the glass on the layup. The Timberwolves have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Pass to Okogie. Back to Russell. Here's Okogie. Covered by Winslow. Russell with a wide open look. Kept alive, Minnesota. Towns kicks to Russell. Back to Towns.
Well, put all that size to good use. Rip it off the backboard.
In the summer of 2018, Karl Anthony Towns signing that 5-year, $158 million max contract.
Greg, given that he has a reputation of being frugal, that may last him a while. Consider after he was drafted. For a while, he didn't own a car. He actually walked around Minneapolis. Now, that could be a little cold in those chilly winter months.
Minnesota shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. First free throw is good. So it's both teams making substitutions here. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Grizzlies have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Morant passes to Anderson. Memphis moving that ball around. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Here's Culver. The Grizzlies making the shot. Here's Layman. Bangs home the trifecta.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
It's all about mindset out of the gate. If you're aggressive and they give you room, go ahead, let it fly.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Culver passes to Reed. He kicks it to Culver. And there's the pass to Noel. No good on the triple. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Here's Clark. The rebound by Johnson.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
17-foot shot on the way.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Jones dishes to Clark. Back to Jones. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Clark finds Valanciunas. Clark. And Clark is right there. Clark's got his second basket.
Wow, how about the start to this game? Taking excellent shots, capitalizing on everything the defense is giving him. This is great stuff.
And a hard finish there, guys.
Yeah, and only one hand needed for that one. So it's the Grizzlies now, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Valanciunas inside. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Timberwolves trail by 4. Here's Noel. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Really solid read from Jarrett Culver right there. This is a team-first guy who enjoys passing.
And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Clark, the pass to Jones, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one is on Towns.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Grizzlies have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. And so Jones nails both of them. Russell from deep three-point territory. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Grizzlies lead by 4. Live from the FedEx Forum. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And for Memphis guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, we've got Malik Beasley. He's out there with D'Angelo Russell. Towns is out there with Culver. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4-man position.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
And where Brooks seemed to have carved out a niche, GA, his consistency from range and from the line.
Kev, if you can space the floor and hit your free throws, you're going to be in the rotation. Brooks really came into his own last season. And the more he refines his shot selection, the more valuable he becomes to this team.
Here's Russell, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Russell's got 5 points so far.
Well, an excellent penetrator who is always in attack mode. Go ahead, D'Angelo Russell.
A nice shot by Anderson.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And a deep 3 from Russell. Again, Russell missing.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Jackson up top. Anderson passes to Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Brooks finds Jones. Over Russell. No good that time. And Minnesota will come the other way. Culver with it. He's picked up by Brooks. And the rejection by Jackson. To the middle. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Russell. And here we go. Towns heading to the hoop. Basket counts. Towns has got 4 points this quarter.
Well, takes contact, keeps his balance. Nice finish by Towns.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Greg is a broadcaster. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day who was my favorite. You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, we're just saying that because it's true. Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Russell passes to Towns, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And last season, Karl Anthony Towns shooting over 40% from three-point range with over 8 attempts a game. I mean, Greg, he is in the conversation, don't you think, for best three-point shooting center of all time?
It's amazing, Kevin. His volume of threes is unprecedented for the center position. And it's not just standstill. Catch and shoot triples. He's hitting step backs. He could have that title when it's all said and done.
Right side Jackson. Pocket 6. Anderson passes to Jackson. And yes, it's good. Jackson's got 8 points.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Outside Russell. The three-pointer, no good.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Anderson outside. Winslow kicks to Anderson. Pass to Morant. Down low, Jackson. And he banks in the layup. 10 points for him.
And have to commend the unselfish attitude. Like how Morant just recognized the open man and the ball was right there.
To the middle. Here's Towns over Jackson, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. The Timberwolves get all 4 of their chances so far in this one. And the first one at the line is good.
He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
Jacob Evans, he's checked in for Minnesota.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Here's Valanciunas. That one, no good. Towns with the defensive effort, and they're running. And the basket by Okogie.
Impressive awareness from Karl Anthony Towns. Dependable at finding teammates with a terrific look there.
Now Clark. He dishes it to Winslow, and that one is good.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Right side Russell. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Well, Valanciunas reads the play and snuffs it out. That's the kind of defense you need from the 5 spot. Well, this second quarter has proven to be a turnaround. This guy looking much more comfortable all of a sudden.
1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Morant kicks to Winslow. Here's Valanciunas. Morant with a wide open look. A putback and staying with the play. Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got the lead up to 6 now for the Grizzlies.
Valanciunas takes it off the window and leaves no doubt.
There's Russell with the 3, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies with their lead standing at 6.0.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. The largest lead they had was 6 in the opening period. And that does it for our...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Nice game. Great performance by Jaren Jackson.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Winslow in at the 3. And that's the group for Taylor Jenkins as we begin the second half. Brooks feeling it out a bit. Dishes it to Winslow. Back to Brooks. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Jackson misses.
That's a difficult shot, and if he could do it again, I think he definitely would pass it off there.
Okogie misses.
Going for that shot in that situation is something that isn't going to help the offense.
And in a way, by taking that one, he's bailing out the defense. It's just too easy to stop.
And that's Evans penetrating, and the dunk by Evans.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
And here we go. Fast break. Evans has got it. Pass to Okogie. Stolen by Winslow. Jackson up top. Pass to Valanciunas. To the inside. And they double up Morant. Clock at 4. Memphis moving that ball around. Keeps it alive. And the second chance effort by Jackson. Jackson's got 12.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
To the paint, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Morant. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Jackson. DeAnthony Melton comes in for Winslow. And Jones subbed in for Morant. Russell looking around. Towns, high post. Beasley dishes to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Look out below, an airmail special by Cat.
And Doris Malik Beasley, no stranger to the entertainment business. His parents and his grandfather are all accomplished actors.
Yes, but his father also played basketball professionally. Malik with so much talent. Now he's looking for his role to grow, and he's got the kind of heart and toughness to go make it happen.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Memphis lead is cut down now to just 6 on the basket from Russell. Grizzlies have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Jones, the pass to Valanciunas. Brooks dishes to Valanciunas. Towns with the steal. Here's Beasley. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
And they continue to control the glass.
Valanciunas finds Jones. Here's Melton. The pass to Valanciunas. And Culver pulls it down. Timberwolves trail by 6. Russell with it. Jones covering. And Russell gets it to go on the assist by Culver. Culver's got 3 assists tonight. Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And standing 6'7", Jarrett Culver with great positional size at that combo guard position.
You know what, Greg? He has drawn some parallels to Karis LeVert with his frame. And obviously similar styles, too. Both guys very fluid off the dribble.
James Johnson's checked in for Minnesota. Jake Layman comes in for D'Angelo Russell. Brooks, the pass to Clark. Up and in from the low block. Clark's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Culver kicks to Layman. Over Brooks. The shot by Layman, no good.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
Clark, and slam dunk by Clark.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Here's Culver. Grizzlies with the rebound. Anderson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Cutteridge, the pass to Brooks. He feeds it to Valanciunas. Anderson wide open. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
They can close out the quarter if they want to.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
And now the fast break. Anderson with the ball. Right wing. The feed to Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
I tell you, allow Jonas Valanciunas space and he will throw it down. He's got the size and length to make it look easy.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their shooting has been the big key. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. And the Grizzlies leading by 10. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the 4th. They've got Layman. He's out there with James Johnson. And it's Okogie in at the 2. Winslow finds Morant. It's stolen by Johnson. Here's Okogie, covered by Winslow. From the line. No good on that one. Now Memphis takes it the other way.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Pass to Clark. Here's Gutteridge. Just 5 to shoot. Inside. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam. Reed gets the bucket. 4th quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Jackson kicks to Clark. Tipped away. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Ahead, here's Beasley. The Grizzlies pull it in.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Winslow, the pass to Clark. The 3 from Morant. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Morant's got the lead up to 13 now for the Grizzlies. For Minnesota, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. And Beasley, here we go. The Grizzlies shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. The 3 from Morant. They get it back. Back to Winslow. Feeds to Jackson. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 3 assists in the game. Timberwolves trail by 15. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Okogie, the pass to Johnson. And it's blocked.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft. First on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career. And that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who ever played the game.
Towns, high post. Jackson on him. Shot clock at 3. Here's Russell. Here's Towns. Russell against Morant. And it's Towns on the follow.
Fact of the matter is, Karl Anthony Towns could be a menace on the glass. Good luck with this guy.
There's Jackson with the 3. And it's Russell with the rebound. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Trailing by 13.
Listen, that's a look he can hit, but right now he can't throw it in the ocean.
From deep, Brooks. He's off on that one. Time running out for the Timberwolves. And it's Towns penetrating. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Boy, you can see the work Karl Anthony Towns put in on that handle. That was special.
Timeout called. The Grizzlies. They're leading by 11. There's a minute 34 left in the 4th quarter. And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Jaren Jackson.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and And you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he had.
This is as good a game as we've seen him play. And this crowd can't get enough of it. When he explodes like this, it becomes a special atmosphere in here. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
1:19 left in the fourth. 6 to shoot. Towns wide open. No good from outside. And the Grizzlies leading by 11. Launches it. The Grizzlies with another miss. The Timberwolves shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. The Grizzlies have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for Memphis.
They enjoyed a big boost from the strong play of their bench.
The subs came in and did their job. Those points off the bench were key to their victory.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Jaren Jackson.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. But they recover it. Out to Morant. Winslow, the pass to Morant. And another miss by Memphis. Outside, Russell from the arc. And so the Grizzlies take the win. A confident win and one where they clearly shipped.
What's up, everyone?
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's live coverage of the NBA on Monday night. Thank you for joining. GA, it's all yours.
Hey, good evening, Kevin. The Kings are trying.
GA, the Sacramento fans would love to see that as well. Thanks so much for that report. Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Bagley is out there with Nemanja Bjelica. And it's Barnes in at the small forward position. And for Memphis, Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Winslow in at the 3 spot. Now, here's Bjelica. The kick out to Fox. Bogdanovich passes to Bagley. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Down low. That shot misses. Great D that time from Bagley. And it's Sacramento's ball. Here's Fox. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And how about the burst there with the change of pace? Fox is elite at attacking the rim.
He hits both from the stripe. Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession.
You look back at that 2019 draft, Zion goes 1, Morant goes 2. And with everything we know about them now, could you imagine having to make that choice today?
That is a tough choice, GA. Or even crazier, could you imagine having both of them on your team? The reason why I say that, as amateurs, they played together in South Carolina. Little did they know at the time, they would be the future of this league.
Bjelica misses. And Morant's got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. Memphis moving that ball around. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow.
Justice Winslow has done an excellent job of being unselfish and making the right play.
Fox is double. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
Winslow, the pass to Valanciunas. Morant against Fox. Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Shows incredible vision for a younger player. Ja Morant's a skilled distributor.
Fox looking it over. And it's Fox with the jam.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
And he comes up with the deuce.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Now, here's Fox. Yep, that one goes. Fox has got 6.
And he gives up pounds to a lot of guys defending him, but that has never kept Fox from being in attack mode. And a long windup and strong follow-through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up. Here's Fox following the score by Memphis. Outside, Bogdanovich. You and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. So Memphis ends up going with the new group. Pass to Melton. Jabari Parker comes up with the rebound. The Kings have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Hield. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And that's not easy, but Hield is an effective scorer who's capable of finishing through that kind of defense.
Outside, Jones. Pass to Anderson. The three. It's hauled in by the Kings. Here's Bazemore. The rebound by Anderson.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
And here we go with Giles running it up the court. Bazemore dishes to Parker. Giles kicks to Hield. Back to Giles. Crafty move. Unable to get that one. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Gutteridge. He's covered by Joseph. It's good on the putback.
Great position on the boards there. Kyle, such a smart player. And then you have to love the finish.
Joseph, the pass to Giles. Can't hit from in close. Jones kicks to Anderson. Back to Jones. Parker with the steal. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Grizzlies lead by 1. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court right now for the Kings, Joseph and Hield make up the backcourt. Kent Bazemore is out there with Jabari Parker. And it's Holmes in at the 5.
Tough task trying to corral Clark there, especially when he's looking to score. And watching Brandon Clark play, first thing you notice, the young fella plays above the rim.
He's very quick off the floor, GA. Had a max vertical of over 40 inches at the combine. Did you hear me? Over 40 inches. And I think he was the steal of the draft. Fortunately for the Grizzlies, he failed to 21.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. Sacramento making their last shot. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Gutteridge the pass to Clark. Bazemore grabs the miss. The Kings trailing. Now Hield. Passes it to Joseph. Shot clock at 6. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
It's Parker with the drive. Stolen by Anderson. Clark with it. Holmes covering. And the pass to Melton. Fires from deep. That one misses. 3 shots all come up empty. Now here's Hield. Outside, Joseph. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. That shot no good. Lobbed up there for Anderson. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And so Sacramento again turning it over.
Boy, if you're the coach, you hate to see that kind of miscommunication between your guys.
Barnes is checked in for the Kings. Fox comes in for Joseph. Morant finds Valanciunas, and they pick up 2.
Valanciunas has made so many strides as a scorer since he started in the NBA.
The Kings have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Fox passes to Holmes. Up again. It's good on the putback. And the Kings lead by 1. Guys, what a wild first half this has been.
Wow, back and forth start, that's for sure.
To the paint, here's Valanciunas. Jabari Parker comes up with the rebound. And it's Parker with the ball, bringing it up for the Sacramento Kings. Fox against Morant. And it's Holmes with the extra effort. Holmes got the lead up to 3 now for the Kings.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
The ability to finish with either hand makes Brooks a dangerous scorer around the bucket.
Here's Fox. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Jaren Jackson, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Winslow comes in for Kyle Anderson. Then for the Kings, Marvin Bagley's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Bielitsa comes in for Jabari Parker. And it's Bogdanovich in for Heel. The drive by Brooks. Here's Morant. There's the dish to Valanciunas. Brooks, the pass to Valanciunas. He feeds it to Morant. The D by Bogdanovich. Sacramento leading by 4. And the Kings pushing it up now. Count it. Fox has got 7 now in this quarter.
He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot.
Jackson in the corner. Back to Winslow. And Valanciunas kicks to Winslow. Now here's Morant for 3. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow. Morant's got 5 points so far. And here is Fox. 13 points in the game. There's 37 seconds left in the first half.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
There's Winslow, and it's good for 2. And it's now only a 1-point Kings lead.
And this is where Winslow can really hurt you. Full speed on the drive.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there. Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Giles checked in for Barnes. Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Fox dishes to Bogdanovich. Back to Fox. Outside Bogdanovich. Bagley with the ball. Got it up. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. So the clock runs out with the score tied going into halftime. And we'll be back.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. They ended the period holding on to a slim 1-point lead. They couldn't hold on to Thanks for joining us.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It's been one outstanding game from De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Winslow in at the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Here's Bogdanovich. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Shot by Bielitsa, and nobody around. And the 3 off target. Jackson passes to Valanciunas. Jackson misses. It's a close game here in Memphis. Here's Fox. And Winslow pulls it down, and it's Bielitsa with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Grizzlies shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking to the inside. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Jonas Valanciunas, the big fella, dominating in the paint.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Chalk up 2 there. Barnes has got 5. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that.
No, we don't do that.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Gutteridge is checked in, and Jones subbed in for John Morant. And Jackson throws it down hard. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Lays it up off the glass. Jackson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
To the middle, it's stolen by Valanciunas. And here comes Jackson, leading the fast break. There's the lob to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Look at the big man Valanciunas showing off the playmaking skills.
Left side Jackson. And Valanciunas kicks to Winslow. Pass to Jackson. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Jones with it. Guarded now by Barnes. They get the rebound. Pass to Gutteridge. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Bielitsa.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Force them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Clark is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Anderson comes in for Jaren Jackson. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Justice Winslow. Healed from outside. The shot, no good. And Memphis the other way now.
Well, Buddy Hield, the consummate gym rat. Growing up in the Bahamas, he built his own rim with a milk crate and would shoot all night. His neighbors got so tired of yelling at him to keep it down. He sprinkled broken glass under the rim to get him to move the hoop.
And here's the fast break. Here's the floater. Great positioning on the putback.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
And Greg, they said Hield would wait until his mom fell asleep and then sneak out to play basketball. And when she came looking for him, he'd take off running.
He preferred to catch that discipline at home more so than in public. But growing up in the 8 Mile Rock, a tough neighborhood, his mom rightfully very protective.
Jones, the pass to Anderson. Clark outside. 51 seconds left to play here in the third. To the inside. And it's Clark with the finish.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Hield the pass to Giant. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Banked in off the glass. Now it's just a 3-point Grizzly lead. For Memphis, they've gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. And stolen by Bazemore. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Bazemore has a high motor. He puts his athleticism to use.
For Sacramento, they have only one missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them. And so Bazemore nails both of them. There's 14 seconds left to play in the third. Morant, and he makes good on the layup. Morant's got 7 points in the game.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
And Bazemore kicks to Giles. Here's Fox. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Memphis out in front, up 1. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. And a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the fourth. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Giles is out there with Holmes, and it's Bielitsa in at the 3. And there's a whistle. That goes on Harry Giles. That's his first foul.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? The Grizzlies pull it in. And stolen by Bielitsa. And up the court come the Kings on the break. Fox leading the charge.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
The direction this game is headed is going to come down to a couple key buckets by either team.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
At the line for your Grizzlies, 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Winslow's checked in for Kyle Anderson. And a change for the Kings. Barnes is checked in. The Kings leading. Now Fox. That's tipped. Barnes passes to Bogdanovich. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And so he hits the technical free throw. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Here's Fox, and it's Fox with the jam.
And the quickness Fox has, boy, it's impressive. Just coasting to the cup with ease.
Jackson dishes to Valanciunas. Poked away and stolen by Bielitsa. The wide open look here for Fox. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Inside, and the dunk by Winslow.
We're going to see a lot of this from Winslow in the coming years. Explosive young talent.
It's Fox with the drive, and it's in there. Fox has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
And Bogdanovich picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Memphis. Jones comes in for John Morant. And there's Fox. That's good on the assist from Bogdanovich. Now it's a 6-point Kings lead. Anderson passes to Valanciunas. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Fox goes in. And that one, good. Fox has got the lead up to 6 now for the Kings.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Here's Jackson. Rebound by Bielitsa. The Kings have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And you can see what the emphasis was at halftime. Here in the second, a lot more effort to get the ball inside, and it's starting to pay dividends.
The Kings making a switch here. Heald's checked in. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Bagley, and finished off by Bagley.
Stepping up, Bagley lives to compete. He wants the ball when the game is on the line.
Here's Valanciunas. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
Huge bucket there from the big Lithuanian. Valanciunas is stepping up.
Here's Fox. Misses off the right eye.
Missed opportunity. It's a makeable shot for him. He just can't get it to go. What I like about Dillon is that he takes command when it's needed.
And it's Fox with the jam.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
It's a tight contest. Those type of plays can fire up your team and swing momentum.
Here's Fox, and it's Fox with the jam.
I think it's fair to say that Fox is in the zone right now. An exciting player to watch. I just love seeing how he can take over a game with his aggressiveness.
Here's Barnes. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 3 assists tonight.
Barnes' teammates feel comfortable with him taking the shot. Pressure does not seem...
And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Justice Winslow comes in for Kyle Anderson. And it's John Morant in for Tyus Jones. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, I listened in on what Luke Walton said to his team. To be honest, he was fired up. He asked his team, how badly do you want this? Because those guys over there, they're going to give it everything they've got, which means we have to do the same. See if they can match them emotion for emotion. Kevin?
Sacramento's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. The kick out to Fox. Barnes dishes to Fox. Back to Barnes. Shot by Hield. Nobody around. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. On the wing, Winslow. Here's Valanciunas.
The 5th overall pick in the draft back in 2011. Valanciunas has added wrinkles to his game every year since.
He drops the first one, and that brings them within 2 here. Valanciunas hits them both.
No doubt about those free throws. This is why you put the ball in his hands.
There's 31 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Hield from outside. It's good from beyond the arc.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
It's in.
You know that he's always going to find a way to get the ball in tight situations like that and knock it down.
Here's Fox. Yes.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
Bielitsa passes to Barnes. And Bielitsa kicks to Hield. Another 3 for Sacramento.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
And the second chance effort by Jackson.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offense.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our